It was the most miserable place I've ever been in my life. Even today, a real cold night, we go to bed and my wife will tell you that the first thing I'll say is, I'm glad I'm not in Bastogne.
The Germans wanted to get Bastogne because of the road network. That's why it was such an objective. So that's where we had to hold, which we did.
We marched through the night and went up to the forward side of Bastogne and dug in, and then it snowed.
Snow, cold up to your rump. We didn't have no winter clothing or nothing. That's where a third of the doggone casualty was either frostbite or trench foot or whatever you want to call it.
Bad move. A lot of snow, a lot of everything you didn't like. Ooh, cold place.
At this particular time, we was on top of a kind of a hill, and the top of the hill had pine trees. And we set up our positions around the fringe of the woods.
In Belgium, the trees are planted. They don't grow like they do in Maine. They're rows of trees. You look down a row and you can see a half a mile. And there was, on top of this hill, there was a ridge with a tree line. We were dug in on that ridge. Germans knew right where we were, and they really gave us a shellacking.
To infantrymen in wartime, the Mother Earth is your best friend. And you always dig a hole and get out of sight, you know. We dug plenty of those. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how quick you can get through that hard ground when somebody's shooting at you and them shells are falling. Now, you can make fast work of it. We just have to dig that hole.
Well, we say we became experts on foreign European soil. We dug in, and two people could dig a better hole than one.
And the ground is frozen, it takes quite a while. You just chip it out. And by the time you get it done, they whistle for you to, we're moving out. And you go someplace else and dig another one.
Now, you must understand, we were surrounded. The Germans were about maybe 100 yards away from us.
No matter where you looked around the circle, you could see artillery flashes. So we knew from that we were surrounded.
But we went through a couple of shellings at Bastogne that were earth-shaking. If you lived through them, you remember them for the rest of your life, and I'm not sure you're the same for the rest of your life after you lived through them. You never forget them.
There was one moment there that I remember vividly. I'll never forget it. One of the guys got hit in the arm with a piece of shrapnel, took his arm off above the elbow. And they were taking him out. He said, get my wristwatch off my arm. And 40 took him out. That always stayed with me. I mean, a calm voice and everything, get my wristwatch off my arm.
On the 3rd of January, we withdrew back to our former positions there up the hill from Foy. And when we got there, we could see that the Germans had zeroed in artillery there. Because trees were knocked down, branches were knocked out of trees, there were holes in the ground.
It was right at dusk, and the Germans had this, this woods of ours zeroed in completely, and as we hit the woods, why this tremendous artillery attack came.
They knew where we were, and they started shooting point-blank 88s into our area.
They were letting us have it, everything. From the kitchen sink mortars, Erfelwaffers, that's a rocket thing that's a screaming sound.
It scared the hell out. I mean, I was scared, but I think I was petrified then. I thought the whole world was shooting at us at once.
I jumped into a foxhole that somebody had started and then hadn't finished. So I was crouched down in that foxhole, but it wouldn't hold all of me, so from about my nose up was above the ground. I could see all these shells hitting.
Sergeant Garnier lost a leg, and Joe Toy lost a leg in the same place right there on one hill. I remember just this certain instance, you know.
Joe got caught not near his hole, and Bill and I were ahead of him, and Bill had not been hit, and he came up out of his hole quickly, and we were still under heavy fire.
Joe said, "Jesus Christ, what do I have to do to die?" He got hit real bad, the back and the leg. And he's out there and have a medic, and he can't find a medic. I went out to see what I could do for him. Bongo, I got it too.
I went over to Garnier. He was sitting on the ground. His leg was badly mangled. He was holding his leg and it was jerking like that. And he said, "Lip, they got old Garnier this time." He had been hit before, but they really got him there.
We got him out of there, like Babe Heffron and I and some others, and they brought a Jeep down, and we put him on stretchers, and I better not talk about it. Yeah, better not talk about it. They're terrible.
Doc, it's gonna get busy, pal. Stay ready, boys. Go, guys.
Real cold night. We go to bed, and my wife will tell you that the first thing I'll say is, "I'm glad I'm not in
We're under sporadic artillery fire, General. We're taking a lot of hits. We got no aid station. Run out of food, no winter clothes, we have little or no ammo. Line spread's so thin, the enemy wanders into our CP to use our slip trenches, sir. We just can't cover the line.
Shit! There's pepper in my helmet! 4 feet! Push into it! Up on line! We got a man down!
Now, 2 days ago, the German commander commanded our honorable surrender, saved the USA and certain troops from total annihilation. The German commander received the following reply. The German commander, "Nuts!